ladies and gents, welcome back to the next episode of War Thunder. So, we're now doing the Karl Galster Z20. So this is one of the German destroyers, one of the most famous ones actually. This ship earned its reputation from doing quite a few things. I think it sunk quite a few British ships. But yeah, this is one of the Karl Galster class destroyers. There were tons of these built, and Haida sank seven of these. So now this ship is a lot different, as I did mention before. They only have the single barrel turrets, remember that? So these were only the 12.7 centimeter guns. They sucked. But she had 5 of them. So they kind of made up for it a little bit. Not really, but sort of. She also had more torpedoes than Haida. These were the G7A torpedoes. They had 4, so she had 8 in total. Not bad. We can see here that her top speed was about 20 miles an hour. So she's a lot slower than Haida was. Haida was fucking 15 miles faster than this thing. During the war, as you do see here, she has this little red Third Reich symbol on the back. War Thunder probably covered this, because back then that would be a swastika. Some famous German ships would get this plaque put on. It was painted. On Bismarck, she had the swastika symbol on her bow section and on her stern. And in Japan, they would have some famous ships, or some great ships, would have this golden thing, and it was placed on the bow. I think it was like a good luck thing or something, but yeah. So this ship here was appointed with a Third Reich thing there on the bow, but I'm pretty sure that used to be a swastika. It wouldn't really be that kind of symbol. It was definitely a swastika back then. But yeah, so this is the Z20 Karl Galster. Not a bad ship, and today we're going to take it out and give it a test run. So let's do that. But before that, I'm going to quickly show you the minesweeper here. So this is the Type M minesweeper. It does have one of the simulator guns, but these are more like those 32 or no, sorry, the 105mm cannons. This ship is also painfully slow. Painfully slow. It's really fucking slow, which sucks. But that's the minesweeper, so what are you gonna do? It's an alright ship. It has a couple depth charges here and there, 2 motor cutters, and her main battery consists of those 2 105mm guns. And her any aircraft armament there is about a 37mm flak gun. And yeah, so I can do both these ships today, but we're going to be doing Karl Galster first. So let's get that one done. So we're going to do the same thing before. Sink all the ships, shoot down the plane, and yeah. So also for summer, let me know what you guys are going to do, because well, it's summertime coming up. First day of summer was yesterday, so you know, I got a few plans. Besides working on the ship, I don't know, but we'll find out. But I'll definitely be able to make a lot more videos during the summer, so stay tuned. Okay, so you see there, anti-aircraft armament blew the fuck out of that SPD-3. And he is falling like a fucking torpedo. And he's gonna, he's done. Alright, so let's see how good these guns can make work of that small little British boat there. Oh wait, no. Wait, is that American? I don't know. It could be Russian. You know, Germans and Russians, they didn't get along. Because Hitler disobeyed the Treaty of Versailles and ended up invading Russia. And then, you know, which was a big fucking mistake. That really pissed off Joseph Stalin. And yeah, it was just brutal.
Enemy ship on fire.
Alright, so we're making sort of quick work of this boat. Not really. Ah, fuck, that was a complete miss. Okay, so I think half of his stern section's just sitting in the water now. I'm missing all of these shots, that is embarrassing. Ah, there we go. Okay, so now he's coming over here. Let's see. Too low. No, that's probably right. Up. Okay, there we go. Now we're hitting him. Oh, yeah, he's gone. Okay, so now we got the PT. What the fuck you call that? Ah, so it is American. Okay, yeah, so that's the Elco then. All right, so I'm just gonna wait for all the turrets to traverse, so you can get the full-on view. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 turrets in total. So let's see how quick we can make work of this guy.
The enemy is burning.
Okay, now his entire bow section's fucked.
Done.
Wow. Alright then. That's quicker work than I thought it was going to be. Alright, so then we got the American ships over there, so now let's make full speed. And try to sink that destroyer over there. So now yet again, we will be definitely moving a lot slower than Hyder. Also, these types of destroyers were definitely not as maneuverable. They weren't. Like, look at that fucking turning radius the size of the globe. So they weren't as maneuverable as Hyder. Here we're moving. Ah, well, I guess War Thunder clearly lied to us all. They said that this ship would move at 19 miles an hour, not 26. Alright, well then I guess that was wrong. But, yeah. They could move around the same speed as Hyder could. Almost, maybe even a bit faster. I don't know a whole lot about the German ships. I do know more about Hyder than I do this, but we're clearly moving at 38 miles an hour, so we're definitely going faster than Hyder. Yeah. It's alright. So yeah, 27 Tribals built. Sadly though, all gone besides Hyder. But it's a good thing that Hyder's still here, because then we can at least say like, hey, this thing sunk 7 of these. Which is a pretty good fucking achievement. 7 destroyers, that's something else. Like, that's pretty big for a warship. Or something like that, like that's big metal. And then a U-boat too. Fucking bunch of airplanes, 3.5 trains, bloody hell. Now, I think the Karl Galster was a ship that survived war. I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure it was either sunk or it either survived. I don't really think that there's any Z-class German destroyers left on the planet. I think they've all been scrapped or sunk. So there's sadly no museums of those in Germany. There are a couple of U-boats in Germany though you can go see. But yeah, I think all these ones here are gone, which is sad. I don't know for sure though, so don't count me on that. So if you do find if there are any of these ships around, do let me know, because that would be nice. We do have a few ships though. There's the HMCS Saxville, which is a Flower class corvette in Halifax. After this, I'll show you what that looks like. I forgot to do it in the first video. Yeah, that's a decent ship. Alright, so now we're closing in there. So that's the USS Fletcher or whatever. So that ship there also had 5 guns, but this thing here was a lot more, you know, tough than the German ships. And then that's the cruiser there. Yeah, so pretty awesome. The map is small. They should definitely make bigger or newer maps or something like that, just so we can do more, you know, stuff with these kind of things here. But do I like this ship? Sort of. Kind of do. It's alright. I mean, it's got quite a bit of firepower. It makes up for it too. Even though it does have single barrel guns, it makes up for it because it has 5. So it's definitely a lot better than some ships would be. Right, so now let's open up at this guy here. So I'll make sure that all turrets are facing the enemy ship. Alright, so now we can open fire. See there, direct hit to her main caliber turret. So that thing's probably disabled by now. I can go hit her torpedo tubes there. So her reload speed was also 4 seconds. Also because it was a single barrel turret, so it was definitely quicker. Okay, so we're making some pretty good shots here. Let's see if we can hit the engine. Fucking smokestacks are in the way. Alright, hit the bow now. For the main caliber turret. Let's hit the bridge. Alright, I want to see if I can get below the armor build a little bit. Strike. Below there. Getting pretty good shots.
The enemy ship sank.
Now she has been knocked out. KO. So I'm pretty sure that I just killed all the crew members aboard that ship. Very quickly. Jeez, I think that was less than a minute. It's pretty fast. So this ship versus Haida is a decent fight. I'd actually like to see that happen. Haida is more maneuverable. So Haida has the up in maneuverability. She does not have much of the up in speed, but the speed's technically the same thing. Does Haida have the up in firepower? Maybe. Not a lot though. In armament? Yes. These types of ships were not armoured a lot. German ships were armoured pretty lightly. So Haida does have the up in armament. She could sink this ship easily. These turrets are very easy to take out. With a well-placed hit, you can probably even shoot them with an anti-aircraft gun and they'd be disabled. That goes for the same with Haida. So, yeah. For torpedoes, Karl Galster gets the up in that one. But yeah, firepower, I think Haida has a slight up in it. Even though the ship has 5 gun turrets, I think Haida still has the up in firepower for that.
The enemy is burning.
Well, I've set this bastard on fire. A couple of well-placed hits on the bridge. And probably destroyed that gun turret there. Get a direct hit to it. Alright, I'm going to see if I can fire off a couple of torpedoes at it. Alright, there we go. Okay. I think 2, maybe 3. Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good stuff. Alright, now we can just shoot at it until the torpedoes hit it. Just weaken it up a bit more. Beautiful. But yeah, I think my favourite type of German destroyer would definitely have to be the Z-class Karl Galster. Mainly just because of its whole self, you know, like even though I did mention these ships aren't that good, people could say the same about Haida. Like Haida's not the best ship in the world, but she still is a very fantastic vessel and should be seen as one, and so should these. But when I say that these types of ships aren't that good, I'm kind of just saying that they may not be as good in some kind of battles. Like if this thing went up against Haida on a 1v1, it could sink Haida, or it could sink, or it could be sunk by Haida. Who knows? So I can't really just say, well, this ship's better than that one because with these two ships, it's a 50-50. Haida could sink this thing, or this thing could sink Haida with a well-placed torpedo hit, or even a good broadside shot. You never know. It's all about the strategy and all that, and your timing and your speed and all that. But you never know. So now I think what I can do is I'll bring up the other guy there. That's the Type 1943 minesweeper, and we'll do a quick little review of that guy first, and then we'll wrap it up for the Karl Galster video. But yeah, so hopefully you guys did like this one. Do let me know if you did like the Karl Galster here. Right, so now let's do the Type 1943 over here. Just gonna quit to the main menu. Okay, but first I will show you the Flower class corvette. So there's only one Flower class corvette remaining on the planet, and it's the Saxville. And this is what they would look like. So they look like this. So they're decent, they're pretty nice, I like them. They have not as good of guns as the Karl Galster does. It's a the minesweeper, sorry. It's a 102 millimeter. So it's not as good, but still. This is a decent ship. These things were very, very, very easy to sink. And they were kind of slow. And could be bashed around a lot in heavy waves. So if you were to take this thing out into the North Atlantic, probably get sick really quickly. There are a lot of books about these things. A lot of crews telling their stories about what it was like to be on one of these. But yeah, that is an okay ship. Okay, now back to our main task at hand here. Let's go back to Germany. Oh, that's Japan. That's Russia. There's Germany here. Okay, so now let's do this one here. So we're going to put this on and try this one out. And then there's a fighter right there, pretty fancy looking. I like that though, that's cool. Okay, so got this one out. Let's just wait for the plane. As you can see, the aircraft guns opening up that gauntlets up there. They should also make quick work of this plane. And he's down. Okay, now it'll definitely take a longer time to sink this guy here, probably just because of how, it's a single gun, but you never know. Could make quick work of him. Its reload speed is also longer. It takes longer to reload this gun than the other ones. But yeah, he's on fire now, he's smoking. Place hit to that stern section there, and it's flooded. So I don't really think that this ship can sink the big cruiser there. That'd probably take way too long. It could sink it, but it would take a long ass time. Yeah, I think he's just gonna sink because the flooding, so let's wait for that. Okay, now, when we start moving, you guys are gonna realize that this ship is painfully slow. Minesweepers are not necessarily built to be too fast, but this thing is pretty damn slow. It's not that fast at all.
Enemy ship on fire.
But these guns can easily puncture armor, as you can see here. Like, if you saw on Hider, it took quite a bit. I think it took around 4 shots, 4 salvos to sink that one boat. Oh yeah, so he's fucked. He's fucked. Yeah, he ain't moving anymore.
Done.
But yeah, so as you did see on Hider, it took 4 salvos to sink that one little ship there, or that one little boat. So yeah. Now a minesweeper, even though it's slow as fuck, painfully slow, it's pretty maneuverable. It's decent. All depends though, ship. But that's what the silhouette looks like. Simple like a pimple. Let's look on. Where's that other guy there? I think he's not even here. He's gone. Finito. So yeah, it took a long ass time for this ship to get over to those 2 guys over there. Like it was painfully long ass time. But now I can at least try to test the range on this gun. I don't think that these can fire as far as the other ones can. Mainly just because they're a lot smaller. But yeah, it's definitely going to take a long ass time for this ship to reach the others. But yeah, minesweepers aren't even necessarily made to go up against destroyers or something like that. This ship here was basically built to sink those little guys there, and airplanes and all that. It was never really designed or built to go up against a big bad destroyer. They weren't built for that. They weren't even really built to go out to the big oceans. They could patrol like around the coasts and all that, but I don't really think that they'd go out into like the middle of the North Atlantic and fight. They're too small. But yeah, so you see there, probably all the shells missed the target. Ah, fuck, I was on the flank hit. Oh well, we ended up hitting him. So that's good. Oh, that was a miss. Pretty sure, like, if I just tried to keep on going up and up, it would take a long ass time to reach those 2 ships there. I also got news. I have recently downloaded, I think what's it called, Stormworks or whatever like that on my PC. So I might try to do a few videos of that soon enough. It is laggy as fuck because I am running on a notebook. I think it's a Windows 10 Pavilion or something like that, an HP Pavilion. So yeah, it's a little bit laggy. I wish they had it on PC. That would not PC, so on PS4. That would have been awesome. It looks like it can be a game that could be put on here. It honestly does, which would be fucking awesome. Like, there's a lot of games that are on PC that can be put onto a console. So it's kind of sad that we can't play it on here. It'd be a lot easier for me too. Yeah, it's gonna take fucking forever to sink those little boats, but yeah, so we'll just call it a day then. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this, do make sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. If you haven't watched the Hider one first, make sure you go and do that. And I will definitely talk to you guys very soon. Cheers, and I'll see you around. Have a great rest of your weekend.